Hey guys, what's up? Ricky with Matt here. Today we're going to be going over spider guard details. So it's really kind of cool once you start getting into like the different guards and the open guards in Jiu-Jitsu, but it's very important that you understand Jiu-Jitsu at a fundamental level, because if you don't understand frames and hooks, it's going to get complicated to play any sort of open guard. So I'm going to kind of talk more about that right now. So if my partner is on his back, for example, his feet right now are acting as the frames, because this is as close as I can get to him. If I try to put any weight forward, just natural weight, he can keep me away from him. It would require me to use muscle to be able to kind of mess around with his frames, right? So his feet are acting as frames. Now, he can use different things for hooks. So like, for example, his fingers, if he hooks onto my sleeves, now this is preventing me from getting away from him. So if I lean backwards, it's hard for me to get away, right? But he can also use his legs as hooks. So like De La Riva, if he goes into De La Riva, this is also preventing me from getting away. So he's using a combination of frames and hooks. So for the spider, what I'm gonna have you guys do, notice how he's putting his feet on my hips right now. He doesn't have to have him on my hips. He can have it on my leg. He can have it on my shoulder. But for the spider, we actually put the frame on the bicep. So if he extended his leg and I tried to get any closer to him, just remove this for now. If I tried getting any closer to him, I couldn't get any closer to him than that foot that's on my bicep. So he's using two frames, one on my hip, one on my bicep. And the thing about this and why it's not a complete spider is because I can get away from him. And if I were to get away from him, he wouldn't be able to follow me. But if he created his hooks with his fingers, so he made a grip on this sleeve, another grip on the other, and now I couldn't get away from him, nor can I get close to him without using muscle. And that's what's cool about Jiu-Jitsu. When you start learning that muscle doesn't work, right, and you learn to redirect muscle, this is where the open guards get really fun. If I tried to kind of get away from him here, I would have to pull, walk backwards, glue my feet to the floor, so it wouldn't be a good situation for me, because say for example, right now he went to De La Riva, I can tell that he's going to De La Riva and I can move my feet because I'm not engaged in muscle. But if I'm trying to get my posture back, I can't engage my feet anymore. So that will be an appropriate time for him to do a transition from a guard to another guard, right? So from here, that's a pulling example. If I were to be pushing onto his frame, he can also find different angles so that he can start setting up a little bit more limited guards for me, where he can start going for whatever strategy it is that he's trying to do. So over here, it's important when you're playing open guards that you're understanding what's being hooks and what's acting as frames. And then that way, you're really gonna be able to connect to your opponent so that anywhere that I move, you're gonna be able to kind of stay with me there. If you feel me muscle, you're gonna be able to go to whatever it is that you're gonna try to do next and stuff like that. So, cool. Those are some small details about spider, and then we can definitely always evolve from that, as long as we're kind of understanding the fundamental concepts behind it. Well,